Hello, I'm Gaz, this is James, and this is Daz, and we're St Mirren Shiny.
Okay, so today we're covering a question sent in by @ThomasJohn, which is pick your all-time Premier League five-a-side team. Quite difficult.
It is.
It's a lot to
More
choose
difficult
from.
than you think.
So I guess we
starting
choose
goal.
between us. Yeah. Starting goal. De Gea.
I wouldn't disagree with that. I'd have De Gea.
It's
I know
fairly-
people always say Schmeichel, but for me,
In five-a-side though, Schmeichel's really big.
He is big, and there's
And
also
he was really good at down low and stopping one-on-ones
as a
and
shot
stuff like
stopper, there's
that.
never been a better goalkeeper than De Gea. In
Yeah, I
the Premier
think
League, though.
you probably want shot stoppers in five-a-side, maybe,
Yeah.
don't you? I think there's maybe something to be said for somebody like Edison, who's really good with their feet.
Yeah.
Because you can instigate attacks more in
Depends if it's a
five-a-side.
waist eye rule though.
But he's just very good at passing, isn't he? But I think De Gea, just for
De Gea,
ease,
I think that's
De
can't
Gea.
go wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
right. So what we having? One defender, two defenders, three defender, four.
I'd go for one defender, an all-energy midfielder who can sort of be a defender.
Okay, so one defender at the back. Ferdinand.
I'd be happy with Rio Ferdinand.
Not Terry.
Terry has got the heart and his life on the line kind of thing.
He'd probably block more.
Yeah, but Ferdinand can
What
do.
about Vidic?
Vidic as well. I think Ferdinand's just that bit better on the ball.
Yeah.
I think that helps a lot with five-a-side.
Five-a-side,
Because you just want to be passing it around as much as possible. And he was very good at reading the game and everything.
It comes down to five-a-side games I've played. You almost want like a bit of a meathead at the back. So
Just
like
help.
Yat Stam just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like really good, so good at blocking, so good at he was good on the ball, Yat Stam was. Better than I think people remember him being.
Vincent Kompany.
Yeah, Company's a good
Kompany,
shout as well.
yeah.
I think I'd be happy with any of these.
Yeah.
I guess go with the consensus.
I
My
think-
vote would be Ferdinand.
Yeah, that was
I
the
think.
first one that came to mind when we just said that, wasn't it? We kind of said that possibly Ferdinand.
Ferdinand. I'll be
There's
happy,
an
I
argument
think.
to be had.
I'd be
but I
happy
think
with any
I'd,
of
yeah,
those.
but I'd
completely
settle with
fine.
Ferdinand, I think.
Okay. Now, I'd go for Kante because he can sort of be a defender.
Bit of everything.
I mean, there's probably been no one in the Premier League better at intercepting, breaking up attacks than
Just
Kante,
again.
but he can also transition the ball. He can also move you. He can suddenly burst of speed, can get you up the pitch in no time. I think that's good in five-a-side. I think he can play that in-between role, partly a defender, partly a midfielder.
Makalele.
Makalele.
Essien.
Essien was good. I think Makalele would be less useful five-a-side than Kante. I think he was quite as good on the ball. I think Kante can get you up the pitch in no time,
Kante,
whereas Makalele will sit more.
He'd have such a small area to run in.
Yeah.
He wouldn't know what to do, just keep running in circles. Until he made up his usual 21 kilometres or whatever it was.
But it's there's a lot to be said at five-a-side for just sticking to your man. Like our five-a-side team, we basically had one really good player up front,
And everyone
and
else
then the rest of us just
worked
sitting back
hard,
and
yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
It's that works quite well five-a-side. If you've got Kante, I think he'd be. Imagine trying to play against Kante five-a-side. You'd have no time on the ball at all. Just
Anyway, I just wouldn't want to play against him anyway. There was that thing, wasn't there, about Kante. It's like, people say that when he lost his virginity, he ran round and got it back.
Yeah, I can't argue with Kante. Again, it depends on the formation you're going to play.
Yeah.
But if you are going to play a kind of almost like a defensive midfielder that can cover ground, then he probably would be your person, wouldn't he? I mean,
I think
who else
so.
could you have? Like Henderson, Milner, but I suppose they're not what you would consider to be an all-time classic.
Gareth Barry.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, fucking G-Baz.
You do a job. You're right.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
I'm not.
I like the way we've gone from all-time Premier League levels to something like to Gareth Barry.
David Batty.
David Batty. Oh,
I mean,
no.
Roy Keane would probably be decent.
Roy Keane.
Yeah.
Roy
Vieira.
Keane,
Vieira.
Roy Keane and Vieira would both be really good shouts.
Well, I think if
Again,
you was having Kante though, you'd want someone a little bit more flary in kind of midfield, like.
Oh, yeah, I
kinda
think you've-
like De Bruyne, a Fabregas, someone who could pick a pass.
Silva,
Silva.
I think you're only going to have one of those sort of players. So you're either having two centre backs or you're having one centre back and either Kante or Vieira or Keane, someone like that.
You're Fellaini, steaming it everywhere.
There's no head height. There's head height rule.
Yeah.
It's completely useless.
Yeah.
He's bending down. Like.
He's above head height by about here, isn't he?
Yeah.
So, are we agreeing with Kante then?
Again, it's one of those things
Yeah,
like
You'd be happy
you'd
with
be happy with
Keane
either
or
of them.
Vieira,
But I think
yeah.
Kante, for his energy, his ability, his transitional play, I think.
I'm
yeah.
starting to edge towards Vieira now. We've mentioned him because he was so fucking good on the ball and he's a meathead as well. he was better on the ball than Kante. Vieira was.
Can we just
Kante
imagine
was-
for a second if we had John Terry and Vieira in the team, how much you'd not want to play them. You would hate it when there'd be so many red dots, get match abandoned. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm happy with Kante.
Okay, so we've got De Gea, Ferdinand, Kante. So you wanted a more attacking midfielder.
Attacking midfielder.
So you're saying David Silva?
I'd love David Silva.
I'd say Fabregas. He's got a bit more
What about
all-round
De Bruyne?
game.
I mean, you can play that position, can't he?
Hazard.
Yeah.
People that can just beat men
Hazard
at
is
5
brilliant.
aside.
Yeah.
When you can just skip past the player. I mean, is he the best we've seen in the Premier League at just dropping a shoulder, beating a man?
Yeah.
He can beat a man from a standing start, which is quite rare in football. Like, a lot of players are skillful at running with the ball at speed,
Okay.
whereas he can just stand a man up, just get bang bang round him.
Okay, we're going
Which is-
for Premier League who are playing in the Premier League now.
No,
or
all
play-
time.
Or
All
who
time.
have played in the Premier League.
Yeah, all
Ronaldo?
God, yeah. Yeah.
Forgot about that, didn't we?
Maybe you could have, I suppose you could have him up front. You could have him either, really. You could have him as the attacking midfield or the striker.
I like we've not considered like Scholes to be playing.
There's
more.
so many, that's the
Scholes,
thing, there's
Scholes.
Scholes.
Scholes just can't tackle for shit though, can he? Like,
No, but he's got
Yeah,
Kante,
no one
so
can
he
in
doesn't.
5-a-side, can they?
Yeah.
He'd be fine. This has become the hardest
It's-
thing I've ever spoken about.
This
It's
position's probably the hardest one.
Yeah.
My vote would still probably be Hazard because of how good he is at beating a man. But Ronaldo,
I think in terms
think
of picking
it's-
passes though, there's not many better than De Bruyne.
De Bruyne,
Just
De
lucky
Bruyne,
goals.
just-
I don't know about
Picking-
picking passes then De Bruyne, but I think De Bruyne's a lot better at like the deep passes.
Well,
I
if
think
you look at the
Silva's
size-
a bit more
if
intelligent.
you look at the size of a 5-a-side pitch,
Yeah, that's
you're not
what I
going to
mean.
need a 30-yard
No,
pass.
that's what I mean.
So I think that rule out Scholes and stuff like that.
But he's very good at short passing as well.
About Steven
But-
Gerrard.
Oh, any of these would be good. Lampard, someone that could just smash it in. Any
Yeah.
of these players would be good. But I think I'd rather have a skillful player that can beat.
I'd
that.
rather have a skill player. I think Hazard would be mine.
I think
shout.
I might go for Hazard.
I think Ronaldo would be up there though.
Oh God, yeah.
I mean,
On the bench.
Can you imagine turning up to a 5-a-side match and suddenly Ronaldo's there? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we'd fare well against any of them.
No.
If it was
Yeah.
just 5 Gareth Barrys, I don't think we'd have a chance.
Roll on, roll off subs, like, it'd be
Yeah,
fine,
no,
like.
There'd be nothing more demoralising than like roll off sub and Ronaldo comes on. Oh, for fuck's sake! Like,
I mean, you certainly, if it was Ronaldo, you couldn't argue with that. I'd say Ronaldo or Hazard.
so if we say what we'll say then to make this a bit easier is, so it's 5 players, but you got 3 rolling subs to cover positions. So you never have a goal.
You never have a sub goalie, do you?
So
Right.
we'll come
We'll
back.
come,
to
come,
that.
come
Three-
back to the subs.
We've got
right.
3. We'll do 3
The 3
subs.
subs.
3 subs.
Alright.
So okay, we'll agree on Hazard. I'm
Hazard.
I think Hazard. I'm happy with
Yeah.
Hazard. Right up front.
Henri for me.
Yeah, I think I'd have to agree with that. I mean, Aguero will be up there.
Shearer, pure finisher.
Or can you imagine Bergkamp though?
Strong,
Or-
physical.
Bergkamp, that'd be a joy.
Yeah.
Hold,
He'd
hold
be-
the ball up as
he'd be
well and
so
just be
good
laying
at
off
that.
the runners.
I think in terms of audacity, Henri would be brilliant.
I like the choice of Henri.
I'd probably go for Henri.
Yeah,
That was an easy pick, wasn't it?
it was. Yeah.
I think so.
So if we're going for the rolling subs, so
You've
if we
got
say
a-
a defensive,
the
a midfield,
fielder.
and a striking rolling sub,
Vieira
Is
So-
your midfielder
midfielder.
as the defensive midfielder.
John Terry?
I don't know.
Are we having a defender, midfielder,
Yeah.
attacker,
Yeah.
not like a DM?
No, there's
Okay.
a full-out defender. So I think it's got to be John Terry. Although, like I said before, like a Yap Stam or
Company.
Company.
I'd like Company
or Vidic.
because he's so good on the ball as well. But I just don't want because it's John Terry.
I know he's horrible in it, John Terry, but
Have we got to watch the games? I don't want to look at John Terry's face.
I don't think we're
Are
going
we?
to
Are we not the
arrange
managers?
I'm not
I'm
entirely
pretty
sure
sure.
we've got the nous about this to be able to arrange this 5-a-side
Not yet.
tournament.
It's early
Give us a bit
days,
of
isn't it?
time. Yeah. I'd probably have Terry because can you imagine the amount of effort he's
Yeah.
put into it?
every game he'd want to win. Every player would want to win
Yeah,
every game.
I'd like to think
but-
everyone will try.
I know, but John Terry would like shoot a kid to get like
I mean,
to
it's
save a goal.
majority
Like,
wins, isn't it?
I
I'm
think
going Company, but if you guys want John Terry,
I'll go with Terry.
I'll go with
I'll just
Terry.
close my
Yeah,
eyes
I'm
when he
dead
comes
happy
on.
with that.
Yeah, good.
Oh,
Right.
So we're a midfielder. So
You
it
go.
can be a defensive or it can be a.
Well, we probably want
attacking.
someone that can do a
All
bit
round.
of both, then, don't
Yeah.
we?
So I'd probably go with someone like
Vieira.
Gerrard.
Vieira or Keane.
I'd go with Gerrard because he was all over the pitch.
I wouldn't be against that. I think I'd rather have Vieira, but I think I just loved Vieira at the time. He was just one of my favourite players.
Yeah, I've got that Vieira tattoo.
I have, yeah. You don't want to know where. My vote would be Vieira, I think, because he can do both.
Yeah, I'd
He's
probably.
box
go
to
with-
box.
I
Yeah.
think. I'd
Go
be
with the
happy
majority. I'll go with Vieira. I
Okay.
can't
With
disagree.
Vieira.
I'm not going to say no way because I rated Vieira very highly. So.
And then your sub striker.
I feel like we've got to have Ronaldo in there. We can't have Ronaldo not in the squad, can we? Because then he can play attacking midfield or striker. He can do both, can't
Because
he?
I keep thinking with five-a-side, who I'd like to see playing five-a-side in terms of the pace and everything like that.
Yeah.
And as a striker, someone like Tevez or someone like that would be brilliant. Or
I'd rather have a
Bergkamp
Aguero.
or
I'd rather have Aguero.
Andre
Yeah.
Arshavin. Weird choice.
Goater, Sean Goater.
Pavlyuchenko.
Stick the ball in the net.
Yeah.
So
Ronaldo.
If we're
You
talking-
can't not have Ronaldo.
If we were
can you?
saying Ronaldo as he was playing when he was in the Premier League, I guess we're not saying players.
Yeah,
like,
they've played, but
necessarily
not
at
how they
their
are
peak.
now. Yeah,
it's like as they were in their peak in the Premier League. Because Ronaldo could then be.
That's why I think
he was-
Shearer's just seriously like a strong,
you're not
hard.
anywhere near, are
Yeah,
you?
you hate Shearer.
I don't hate him.
You
I think
do.
he's a tiny bit overrated.
Shearer's in itself.
I don't hate
James
him.
versus Shearer.
We've had this conversation before, and I said I definitely wouldn't have Shearer in my Premier League 11, and it's caused a bit of controversy. But I mean, I'd certainly in a private side, you'd rather have Ronaldo or Aguero, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
To be able to do a bit of everything.
Drogba.
And Shearer. Drogba would be pretty handy, just because he's like that bit of strength as well.
Yeah.
Someone that can hold the ball up is so strong, but. You wouldn't have him over Ronaldo, would you?
no.
Because that's the thing.
Bergkamp.
Ronaldo, when he was in the
That's
Premier
not
League as well, was like a step over monster as well. He could like beat a man. He does a
Yeah.
lot less of that
You
now. But
probably
at that
couldn't,
time,
if you were the manager of the five-a-side team, I wouldn't have Hazard and Ronaldo on the same team.
Well, if you had the
Imagine
choice,
that.
I probably would have them, but like,
he'd be all right.
It'd be alright, but I imagine they wouldn't track back very much. I'd be
Yeah.
annoyed.
No, but you can just make sure you sub at the right time. They just
I'm
always
not
have Kante
really
on.
considering
It'd be
it.
fine.
No, it's going to happen.
Yeah,
at
as
some
long as I
point.
pay the £3 sub. So are we saying?
I'd say Ronaldo.
You can't
is
not
the
have
answer.
Ronaldo. You
Okay.
can't not have Ronaldo.
Yeah,
I think.
I'm happy to go with that. Yeah,
Are we happy with that?
yeah.
think so.
Yeah,
Is Ferguson going to manage them, or are we going?
We're gonna manage them.
we're going to manage him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck Ferguson.
He turns up. I'm sorry.
Sit on the stands like you do now.
Yeah. You can do that with the score.
Right, I think that sums it up. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
Record note. Oh.
Oh. Strangest O of the night.